The Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross is a car that often leaves people skeptical before they even try it. Its name carries the weight of history. Its design often divides opinion, and its position in the compact SUV segment feels uncertain. That's precisely why the 2026 version is so interesting to discuss. Not because Mitsubishi is pulling off any major surprises, but because the question is simple and honest. Is the 2026 Eclipse Cross finally worth buying, or is it best to skip it? From the outside, the Eclipse Cross isn't trying to be a visually safe SUV. The design is still bold, still with lines that not everyone likes, but this time the proportions feel cleaner, more mature, and most importantly, it no longer feels overdone. This car clearly isn't trying to please everyone, and oddly enough, that's where it starts to feel confident. Climbing inside, Mitsubishi's approach feels familiar. There are no outlandish experiments. There are no attempts to be overly futuristic. Everything feels logical and easy to understand. For some, this interior might feel ordinary, but for those looking for a daily driver without the drama, this approach actually feels reassuring. Once the car gets underway, the character of the 2026 Eclipse Cross is clear. This isn't an SUV that wants to be sporty, but it's not an SUV that feels lazy either. The response feels adequate. The suspension is tuned for comfort, and at everyday speeds, the car feels stable and composed. The Eclipse Cross doesn't ask you to drive, it asks you to use it. And for many, that's the key point. Of course, it's not a car without compromises. It doesn't feel as lively as some rivals. The Eclipse name might still seem strange to some, and in a climate of stiff competition, the Eclipse Cross does have to work harder to convince. But if we look at it objectively, the 2026 Eclipse Cross isn't as bad as its reputation. It's also not as good as some people would like it to be. It's somewhere in the middle, and that's precisely where the answer lies. So, is it worth buying or should you skip it? If you're looking for a safe, comfortable, and hassle-free SUV, the 2026 Eclipse Cross starts to make sense. But if you're looking for an SUV that evokes emotion, there might be other, more appropriate options. And in my opinion, that's the most honest impression this car can give.